Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary and I give you guys an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you stayed for a while, grab a snack and click the subscribe button. I would love to have you. I am on the journey and hopefully achieving the goal of 1,000 subscribers before the end of 2021, and the way that you can help me is by clicking the subscribe button. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you guys more than you know. So for today's video, I'm pretty excited, and that is because, as you know by the title, we are reviewing the new Patrick Ta eyeshadow palette. I'm going to go ahead and do swatches, a look, and I'll go ahead and compare it to another palette that I have just to compare shades. But if that sounds like something you would like to see, then just go ahead and keep on watching. All right, guys, so this is a unicorn and it's rose gold. I absolutely love it. I think it's beautiful. I'm trying to remember what the contour and bronzer duo came in. I don't remember. But I do like the packaging. I think it's it goes with the aesthetics that he's trying to go for with his brand. Here is the eyeshadow palette. As you can see, it's rose gold and it's like that reflective chrome material, which is like fingerprint, not friendly. So this is gonna get very dirty very fast. Here is the eyeshadow palette. It's absolutely beautiful. Yes, it is another, you know, basic AF neutrals palette. The cream shadows do have the cover, but it is gorgeous nonetheless. You cannot deny that. So let's go over some details on this bad boy. I'm on Tread Moon right now. Major Dimension eyeshadow palette, a versatile eyeshadow palette that features both cream and powder formulas, 2 luminous cream bases to prime eyelids before applying matte and metallic shades for ultimate color payoff, velvety matte and iridescent metallic eyeshadows, and glistening pearl toppers, 12 shades in a variety of warm and cool tones. Price on this bad boy is $68. I know, that's a hefty price right there. He also did come out with some eyeliners, but I have so many eyeliners that I decided to go ahead and skip on that. I just honestly, it was already a lot for the actual eyeshadow palette. $68 is a lot. One of Charlotte Tilbury's eyeshadow palette, like, you know, the big, what is it, 10? Maybe 12 pan size eyeshadow palette is $75. This is almost at that price point, and it's like, oh, so it's like almost luxury price. It does have a 12-month shelf life, and it was made in the USA, so it was made here. So those are the details. Why don't I go ahead and show you some swatches, and I can let you know how they felt. Okay, so here are the swatches. This is the top row and this is the bottom row. Here on the end, you can see the 2 lid toppers. They're definitely, you know, not opaque at all. Barely have, it's pretty much just glitter toppers. The matte shades, they swatched pretty beautifully. They are very buttery smooth. This one is not as buttery smooth as this one, but yeah, all the mattes swatched and felt amazing. Amazing. So I cannot wait to get these on my eyes. All right, first shade I am going into is going to be Transition, and that is this shade right here. I'm using a Sigma Soft Blend 2.0. It's a pretty fluffy brush, and it's a transition shade, so that's what I'll be using it for. I did prime my eyes, and I used my Makeup by Mario eye primer. Beautiful color. I'm probably gonna have to really build it up. It's not showing too much on my skin, but it's a beautiful color. It is so soft, and it's blending beautifully. All right, now I'm going to go in with Pretty Boy right here, which is absolutely My lights went out. It's pretty windy outside, so if my lighting is different, I'm sorry. I think I'm using a Sigma E35. And I'm going to focus this shade on my crease as well, but I'm going to be more precise with it. So right on my crease, but I'm also going to blend it up just a tiny bit. I did have to really build that first shade up, transition, just because it's so close to my skin color, but it's okay. I was able to build it up. All right, now I'm going to use the dark brown next to the cream dark brown, which is Scandal. And I'm using a, this is a Soraya 858. It's like a brush I got really long time ago from Amazon. And I'm going to focus this also on the crease, but I'm gonna try and be more precise. I want it specifically just on the crease. I did bring the first two shades on my lower lash line as well. I don't know if I'm going to bring this shade on my lower lash line just yet. Okay, now I am going to pick up this shade right here, the Divine shade. Even though it's a matte, it does have a little bit of shimmer. So I'm gonna see if I can lay that down with like a flat brush. See how it goes. There's not like a shimmer shade that's lighting up to go in the inner corner, or at least not for like the look that I have in mind. But it seems to be performing okay like this. All right, now with the other side, I'm going to pick up this shade right here, which is Legendary. And I'm going to use that. Hopefully it picks up fine with the brush. Right next to that one shade. It's working with this brush. Not really how I want it to work, but let's keep trying. It's very windy outside. I hope you guys can't hear that. All right, now I'm going to go into Exquisite, and I ended up just doing the whole eyelid pretty much with that Legendary shade. It was just not working. The texture of that shade, it's not a shimmery shade, it's more like a chunky kind of shimmer. It just wasn't working, but it's fine. So let's go ahead and dip into this one with a brush. Hopefully this one works better. And this one's going to go in the outer corner. I'm gonna marry the two together. Oh, I have fallout. Okay, I was able to wipe it off. I was hoping it was going to be just a tiny bit darker, and it's not. Like, you can't tell too much of a difference between the two shades, I don't feel like. I don't know, what do you guys think? And I'm getting a lot of fallout with this shade. All right, now I'm going to dip into the darker cream shade, Woman, right here. I'm going to use it on my lower lash line. I'm using like a flat little brush. I'm going to dip into shade. This is a Morphe brush, doesn't even have a number. I'm going to run this on my lower lash line, and then I am going to try and blend it out. I think I definitely want to do another look later, incorporating the cream shades more, but today I'm kind of just playing with the palette a little bit. And now I am going to get like a small little fluffy brush. This is the Moda Pro 420 brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and blend this out and see how it does. Look if it blends out. And I'm going to go back with those first two shades and see if they'll blend into it. So far, it seems like it's blending just fine. No issues, no tugging, nothing. All right, so that cream shade blended out beautifully. I was able to blend transition and absolutely on top of it, no problem. It didn't tug anything, like it blended as if it was powder eyeshadow to begin with. I am going to dig into one of the shimmer toppers. I'll dig into this one right here, which is Abundance. I just kind of wanna see how it performs. The shade I have on right now on my lid is absolutely beautiful, so I don't really need it, but I just want to see what it does, if you can even tell. Oh yeah, I definitely think it's kicking it up a notch, changing the shade just a tiny bit. See, okay, all right, let me go ahead and finish off the rest of my face and I'll be back. All right guys, this is the final eye look. What do you think? I did go in the inner corner and the brow bone with that Divine shade, which is like the lightest matte shade that has just a tiny bit of shimmer. I do feel like it worked pretty well in those areas, but here it is. It's a very super glamorous look. All right, let me zoom you out. All right, guys, so I am done with using the new Patrick Ta eyeshadow palette, the Major Dimension eyeshadow palette. I did enjoy playing with this. As you can see, it's already very dirty. You see that? Yeah. All right, so let me give you my final thoughts about this eyeshadow palette. It is a gorgeous neutrals palette. Do we need another basic AF neutrals palette? No, we don't. But honestly, if you really think about it, we don't really need more makeup. The makeup industry is just already so saturated that there's not too much makeup that's being released that is one of a kind. Patrick Ta is a pretty popular makeup artist, you know, and I can definitely see why he went safe with his first eyeshadow palette. He knew that the people that were going to purchase this are going to be people that love his work, you know, his audience, the type of people that love the makeup eye looks that he creates on his channel and on his Instagram and on his clients. So I can definitely see why he chose to go with a neutrals palette, just like Makeup by Mario did, you know, his very first eyeshadow palette, the Master Mattes. It's a neutral palette. At the end of the day, I definitely feel like it's more appealing to your average consumer because those are the colors that they'll be wearing for work. You know, you can't go to work with like a hot pink eye look. At least for me personally, that's just how I'm thinking is the way that, you know, this launch and him creating this palette kind of went. Is this going to be for everybody? No, it's not going to be for everybody. It's okay if you are absolutely upset that he came out with another basic AF neutrals palette. It's totally okay. But there are also people out there that are, you know, here for it and so happy, and, you know, they purchased the palette and they love it. To each their own. You either love it or you hate it. That's the beauty of makeup, is that it's meant for everybody, you know? Something that my sister likes, I might not like, and something that I like, she might not like. Makeup is for everybody, and not everybody is going to like the same things. That's what I have to say about that. As far as packaging, I do enjoy the rose gold. I just wish that the material will be different, just like the little contour and bronzer. They just get dirty so fast. I do not own any of his blushes, although I'm hoping I will. They look beautiful. So far, this is only my second purchase from Patrick Ta, and I have not been disappointed. I definitely do enjoy the contour and bronzer duo. It works amazing. The color I picked is beautiful. Price point, $68. Wow. When I first read about this release on Trendmood and I saw the price, I was a little surprised, just because, you know, a Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow palette at least like the long one, I believe it has 10 or 12 shades, I'm not even sure, is $75. So he is not far off from that. So at the end of the day, I paid the $68 and then I did get free shipping. But once you add taxes, and I ended up paying like $72, maybe $73, maybe even 74, I'm not sure. So I'm pretty much paying what I would pay for a Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow palette. I didn't know that he was trying to make his brand a luxury brand. If you guys have heard otherwise, let me know. But I definitely feel like the price is a little up there, and not sure he should have gone with that price point. Honestly, I just feel like it's too expensive for what it is. Yeah, that's just what I think. Don't come after me. But I did really enjoy it. The star of the show, definitely from all of the shades that I used, is definitely that glitter topper. It just turned this eye look into what it is, which is a very super glam, gorgeous look. Like, I would definitely wear this out to like a special event. It's just such a beautiful eye look. Would I recommend this eyeshadow palette? Yes, I would recommend this eyeshadow palette if you have the money to spend on this eyeshadow palette. Do I think you absolutely need it? No, you absolutely do not need it. There's so many other neutral palettes out there. For example, I have the Master Mattes eyeshadow palette from Makeup by Mario here. And then I have one of his quads. I think this is the Glam Quad. So I have some shimmers in here. I can definitely create a similar look with this that I could with the Patrick Ta palette, you know, because it's neutral colors. And I have a little quad to incorporate some shimmer shadows, because at the end of the day, there's what, 4 different kind of formulas in here, and I believe there's only 2 shimmer shadows, and it's these 2, and they're completely different formulas. These are glitter toppers, and then the other ones are like mattes with like little sparkles in there. So yeah, I can definitely create a similar eye look with a different eyeshadow palette that's a neutral eyeshadow palette. But I really wanted to test out the formula. I wanted to see what all the fuss was about, and I wanted to review it for you guys to see if you even need to spend the money or not, you know? So I spent the money so that you don't have to. But yeah, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Like I said, this palette is not going to be for everybody. I know some people are a little annoyed that another neutral palette has been released, and I understand. I totally understand. But this review is mostly for those who are contemplating on either purchasing this eyeshadow palette or not, and if it's worth their money. And that's why I'm here to review it for you guys. Definitely feel like I need to do another video creating 2 or 3 more eyeshadow looks with this palette, just to give you guys some, you know, variety on eye looks. I know sometimes with a neutral palette you can kind of just feel like, well, you know, you can't do much with it, but I would be more than glad to create a couple of more looks for you guys. Okay, well, I would love it if you gave this video a big ol' thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it, and you would definitely help me out in the algorithm. If you haven't done so already, I would love it if you joined my small YouTube family by clicking the subscribe button. I would love to have you. I am on the journey and hopefully achieving the goal of 1,000 subscribers before the end of 2021, and the way that you can help me is by clicking the subscribe button. All right, guys, I will see you on the next video. Bye.